I could not believe what I watched last night, Tommy. The best description that came to mind was split personality disorder. Because on one hand, you had Biden saying half the country's a threat to democracy, we're a clear and present danger to society, but let's unite and let's not demonize our fellow man. Which Biden is real? Karine Jean-Pierre stands at the podium nearly daily and talks about the MAGA Republicans. This is a sustained campaign from the chief of staff, press secretary, president against half the country. You don't believe me? He said that the Republican Party is dominated and driven by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. What does dominated mean? It means taken over. It means more than half. And then today he comes out, tries to clean it up. I don't consider any Trump supporters a threat to the country. Really? Well, you said that last night, Mr. Split Personality, because I watched it, by the way, in a room full of MAGA Republicans who all heard very clearly what you thought of us and the rest of the country.
This speech was demagogic, ugly, and calculated to foment dissent within America and push a fraying society closer to open conflict. I mean, right there on national TV, Joe Biden demonized tens of millions of Americans as being the forces of darkness, the enemy of the state, and beyond the pale. Is this really the guy who was supposed to bring Americans together in 2020? I don't think so. Here's a taste.
Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Yes, he did say basically millions of his fellow Americans are the enemy, with a blood-red backdrop and again flanked by those U.S. Marines dragged into this political stunt. A stunt-like bit of imagery that even some on CNN said was too political. Yes, Mr. President, these are perfectly normal areas that you're in. There was more.
Now, America must choose to move forward or to move backwards, to build a future or obsess about the past, to be a nation of hope and unity and optimism, or a nation of fear, division, and of darkness. MAGA Republicans have made their choice. They embrace anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies.
Not in the light of truth, but the shadow of lies. I mean, this is dark stuff. This is Manichaean politics of the worst sort. And in Joe Biden's increasingly Swiss cheese-like frontal cortex, he sees the whole problem in America as MAGA Republicans fomenting division, while he and the Democrats choose the sunny side of the street. Do go on, Mr. President.
But as I stand here tonight, equality and democracy are under assault. We do ourselves no favor to pretend otherwise. So tonight, I've come to this place where it all began, to speak as plainly as I can to the nation.
Yes, again, at the birthplace of America, Independence Hall, Joe Biden tried to bring the nation together by accusing millions of his fellow countrymen of being violent traitors. Sigmund Freud himself wouldn't have known what to do with such a case of projection.